obviously first round pick, going through ups and downs of the National Football League. There's times I can say National.
What the are you thinking about now, dude? Damn, he right there.
Man, I know I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got though.
2-4 for the one time. I'ma get got, but I bet I gets mine. 2-4 to 2-6, and if I get got, then you know what I'ma get.
All right, Beast Mode. All right, it's the Get Got podcast brought to you by PrizePicks. Special guest in the building today, Beast Mode. You know who we got? Huh?
I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me, right?
You know who we got?
I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me, right?
The new quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold. Welcome to the show, big dog.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes,
Appreciate the warm welcome. That's awesome.
bro.
Hey, bro, they told me that Gingers is black.
That's what they said.
That's what I heard,
I
bro.
didn't say that.
How's the first thing you say is that?
You act like you ain't ginger. It's ginger,
You should see my baby pictures. It's like orange hair.
Oh, really?
I'm definitely ginger. Yeah. It got a little darker with age, but
That's how they was coming. They was like, almost like
someone told me that a couple days ago too. But
serious?
Yeah.
See, you over here thinking?
No, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, how's that the first thing you say? You know, you can't say, "Hey, how's Seattle treating you? How's you know what I mean?" Can we start there first,
Bruh,
Thanks.
that's a mother conversation starter, bruh. Now he don't feel like we attacking him right now.
oh, you're gonna attack me?
No, but we go through this a lot. That's my.
I'm
brother.
saying now
You
he
know
don't
what I'm
feel
saying?
like oh, I gotta be, you know what I mean, buttoned up. Like I could just chill and holler at my niggas.
He was in the running back meeting room before. Like this is how it was.
You went to meetings?
Yeah, I went to see that.
You know how everybody know about you like that
because they be talking to you.
I haven't said anything about you.
You been in the building. What Mike Dunn told you about me, bro?
Nothing.
Probably told you.
I just assumed. Yeah.
Probably told you I don't go to practice. Probably
he
told
never practiced. He never did. He did 9 on 7 on
Wednesday.
No, I did do that on Wednesday. He did 9 on 7 on Thursday, nickel day.
Wednesday.
And then he would run on Saturday a little bit. And that's pretty
It's good. Get a little cardio in on Friday.
That's it, man.
Ready to go on Sunday.
So you vouching for that. See, look, that's why he take this and run so far.
What? Because everybody knows. But we're going to get off beast mode. Sam.
Okay.
How's Seattle treating you, man? How's life been like since you stepped foot in this building?
It's been good. I mean, you guys know the building so well, like from top to bottom. I feel like everyone's been treating me right when I got in here, like I was a part of it. And you know, that's to be honest, it's not like that everywhere. And so it was just really cool to feel welcome, not only by the people in the building, but also by the fans.
Yeah.
You guys saw the fans, especially when you were over there taking pictures on a Thursday night. You know, you saw the fans on a preseason game. Like that was the most energy I've ever seen fans at a preseason game, in my opinion. And it was just, it's awesome, man. Just the welcoming, the welcome that I got right when the news got announced from the 12s, and obviously from the people in the building. It's been amazing.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna get right to the funk.
Oh, now he gonna get into it.
I'm gonna get right to the funk, man, because I told you, Frank Gore, me and him had a conversation, man, running back in this league, and he was like, Mike, I'm telling you, Sam got it. New York just won't for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that it wasn't you, but he's like, Sam got it. Talk about your journey, man. Like, how gratifying was last year to be able to, you know, find yourself, you know what I mean, in an offense, and also to be sought after, to be wanted in this free agency period.
Yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, you know, everywhere I've gone, you know, throughout my journey, whether it was in New York, whether it was in Carolina, San Francisco, then last year in Minnesota, like I've been grateful for every opportunity that I've ever gotten to step on the field. And I truly mean that. Like every time I get a chance to start a football game, and even in San Francisco when I was, you know, backing up and got an opportunity to play, you know, it was, you know, I don't take that opportunity very lightly. And so I just love the opportunities that I get and I don't take them for granted. But at the same time, yeah, it's, you know, it wasn't, you know, I didn't play my best football, you know, my first 4 years in the NFL. And
you threw for like 8,000 yards last year, right?
Half of that, but yes, close.
It's like 8,000 yards.
Yeah. No, but it was great to be able to, when I got to San Francisco to learn that system. I know the fans don't necessarily want to hear about that, but being in San Francisco, but no, I learned a ton of great football, and even the year before in Carolina with Ben McAdoo, learned a ton of football there, and then going to Minnesota and being with Kevin O'Connell and learning that system, also being around really good players, like you just as an individual, I just learned a lot, not only about the game, but about myself, with how much, I can go through and then also friggin' bounce back from it. And, I learned a lot about myself that way.
What you can go through.
Yeah.
I mean, like putting your feet to the fire.
I think just like the way that, I'm able to go through something personally, and come out on the other side and see it through.
You feel like in a situation like reading you off?
I don't know about that.
Keep it solid.
No, I don't know about that. I know a lot of people, didn't believe in me, still don't, which is fine. People are going to have their opinions, but at the end of the day, all that matters is the belief in this building, and the belief I have in myself. And those are the two things that matter to me. And, from what I can tell, that belief is really high.
I think the belief in yourself is bigger than anything.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Feel me? That's when you say that, like, I think about it, like, been to a few different places, bounce around a little bit. I mean, like I said, throw for 8,000 yards, and put you in a position where you can go somewhere else. Like that could be like a little, feel me though, like a little mind.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So having the belief, the self-belief, that shit is so strong, and that shit can take you to places that you probably,
Yeah, because I think success sometimes can be more toxic than failure.
Yep.
Like I think my biggest thing right now is to keep that spark under my butt and keep going this year. And, continue to have that chip on the shoulder and really just work. I think that's the biggest thing is just work as hard as I can to put me and my teammates, at the end of the day in a good position to win football games. That's all it comes down to. And so I work. That's the reason I work, is because I want, myself, but more importantly, the guys next to me, to trust me that I'll go out there and be able to, do everything I can to help this team win.
So let me ask you this. Are you the type of quarterback that's going to throw your guy under the bus, or are you a guy that could take the accountability like, what? That was probably the most quarterback game. Because God damn.
I'm kidding.
That was dope though.
No, but it's, I think at the end of the day, like as a quarterback, you gotta, whether it's your fault or not, you take the ownership. Right. It's the same thing as a head coach. Yep. Like, win or lose, who gets credit for most of it, whether you win or lose, it's the quarterback and the head coach. Because at the end of the day, the quarterback has the ball in his hands most of the time, and the head coach is the one who's in charge of the entire team and the vibe of the team. And so, I take that responsibility.
How important do you think that is, to let your guys know that when it comes time that you will take accountability? Because, I was just talking to one of the guys down there, and they was just, saying about how, like, one of the guys that he played with before, like, he didn't do that. He wouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. And then he started talking about the trust that he had for that guy and how that played out within their relationship, but then also, just something that was, echoed through the team.
Yeah. I think it's super important. I think, but I think guys see that, I don't think that's a conversation that necessarily needs to be had between anybody, like, especially now with, our phones, like everybody sees everything. Everybody sees, the interviews that we do, the interviews after the game. Like if so-and-so was supposed to, run a 5-step in breaker and he runs a 5-step out breaker and I throw it, inside and it gets picked off, I'm just going to say, hey, like, I should have put the ball in a better spot. I should have seen that and checked the ball down. I would never say that he ran the wrong route. Hey, but you know what I mean?
Do you know how far, how long that go? How far that go? Just me being a former player and hearing that a quarterback would actually do that. Like I had the pleasure of playing with Aaron Rodgers. He was a guy that was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with
Was
me,
all your quarterbacks like that?
did you hear what I just said?
I'm just asking.
I said I played with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, so
and
just
this
Aaron
was a-
Rodgers was the only
So
one that
look,
was like that.
meanwhile,
I'm
back
just
at the
saying.
ranch before I was rudely interrupted by TT with the bonnet on.
You just saying something.
What happened was
Oh, my bonnet.
I did something that wasn't right, and he in the middle of the play he did something to correct it, and the running back coach noticed that I was up, and he said, "Hey, what you doing?" Like blah 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 blah. ARod was like, "Oh, you know what? That's my bad." Blah 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 blah. Head coach come over like, "What's going on?" Like, yeah, you know, running back coach like Marshawn did the wrong thing, and ARod was like, "No, he didn't." You know, I f***ed it up. You know, this, that, and the third. But then when he pulled me to the side, like, "Hey, look, you need to get your together."
Mm-hmm.
By me watching him do that, I wanted to make sure that I was always on point.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't, Mike. You know, you talk about leadership qualities, like that type of right there. I get my going to that dog fight for you at. I mean, at any time though, and then in their eyes, you could do no wrong, and having your team believe in you that way, that'll help with. I know that self-belief that you're talking about, and then that. When you have that quiet everything else around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where that, like, it already seemed like you got that mindset to where that don't even matter. But
Yeah.
that's a great quality to have, my boy.
Yeah, that's huge. And, you know, it goes further than that too. You know, I think if guys see, you know, the leader of the offense doing that, we have guys in the offensive room all the time. Like a coach will be like, hey, you know, you got to get your depth. You know, you got to be here on this route. And then you'll have an offensive lineman speak up and be like, well, you know, I got to block a little bit better if I give, you know, Sam time, then he's able to get a little more depth and, you know, can rip it. And so I think that those conversations and sticking up for guys like that, and not only sticking up for them, but just taking accountability, you know, doing that with your teammates right there, you know, and that, I feel like that just feeds everybody confidence. And, you know, it just allows everybody to, you know, play free. Because at the end of the day, like, as long as you know what you're doing on the football field, you know, you can go out there and play loose. And if you don't know, ask the quarterback. And if we tell you what to do and we're wrong, then that's our fault. You know, we got to know our book. But no, I completely agree. I think.
Is that something that you learned through your journey in the National Football League, or you think that's something that you learned early on in your football?
Hey, you know what? Thank you, because you brought it out of that today. You just said the National Football League. That owes some money right here with his, because he corporate as that was the we're gonna donate.
What is the what's the fine?
When Mike be saying corporate ass
Whenever he
National
thinks
Football
that
League.
I am doing something corporate, I got.
Is it the NFL or the National Football League? Thank you.
What does NFL
He
stand
look. He
for?
trying to help you.
No, because
but
it's
he
just
can't.
it's just it's more syllables. I think that I want to go less.
It's the
less
and it's
NFL.
all good. I use
Less is more.
I use NFL when I need it, but I'm a talker, so sometimes I need to think, and more syllables help you think.
Yeah.
Hey,
But I just say instead of that.
Thank
You know what I mean?
Tell him get it. You look, man. Just
Wait, so how much is that?
define.
There's nothing in there.
Well, I got to put $100 in there now.
You got
Beast Mode put all.
Oh,
this
wow,
in
there is something
early.
in there.
Yeah, but it's fake. You know that's fake. But Beast Mode put the real money in there.
You just outed him like that.
Yeah.
You carry around fake hundreds like that all the time?
I mean, you know what? I learned it from Chad. Fake it till you make it.
Another question I wanted to ask you, Sam. I know who's been in your corner. Like, obviously, first round pick, going through ups and downs of the National Football League. There's times I can say National.
What the are you thinking about now, dude? Damn, he right
I can
there,
say National
man.
Football League. Bro.
What's up, little cuz? How you doing?
Oh,
man?
you breaking us up?
Mike
We gotta
ass
go?
in here.
We gotta go.
Okay,
No.
well, Sammy, it
Why
was
you
great to
coming
have
here
you here,
tripping?
man.
No,
We couldn't
hold
even
on,
get a
'cause
Get Got story out
big
of
dog, big dog, big dog. What can the 12s? What would you like the 12s to know that you bring into this Seattle football team?
There you go. The city, the team, and everything.
There it is. The National Football League Seattle
you go.
Seahawks. I got
Boom.
you. I'll Venmo you later. Probably don't have Venmo. But I think the biggest thing is consistency. That's what I feel like I didn't do a good job of that early in my career. And I feel like now it's, built on every single week, every single day, having a good routine, a good structure. So I think just consistency day in and day out, because at the end of the day, like, it's tough to play with a quarterback that's a little bit different every single day. And so I think just being consistent day in and day out, but most importantly on Sundays.
We got a whole lot more episode to go, but first, this is the More or Less segment brought to you by PrizePicks, where you can win real cash by just picking more or less on your favorite players. Money, you ready? Bet. Let's get it.
Damn,
more or
all
less. Rookie quarterbacks to make the Pro Bowl this year. -1.5 is the number. So you think 2 will make the Pro Bowl this year, or just 1?
All right. So do I think 2 rookie quarterbacks gonna make the Pro Bowl this
Only
year?
2 quarterbacks. Now here's a stat. Only 2 quarterbacks have made the Pro Bowl in the last 10 seasons. Dak Prescott and Mac Jones. Mac Jones made it in 2021. It must have been COVID. Anyway, rookies this year. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, who Jackson Dart ain't necessarily starting yet. You got, our old quarterback Russell's playing. Jalen Milroe, who he's behind Sam. Shedeur Sanders, he could play. That's possible. And Dylan Gabriel, who is with the Browns too.
So am I saying that
if you want
there's
to,
more or less?
If you want to.
Less?
You
Yeah.
think it's going to be less than
2 quarterbacks?
2 quarterbacks
make it to the Pro Bowl
this year?
There's too many variables. There's too many variables. Too many happen in order for them all to start. I think if all of them was going in the season as starters, I think the opportunities and the chances will be higher. But it's a lot of variables that got to move around for that to happen, so I'm going to say less.
You're a smart dude, bro.
No, I'm chilling.
Nah, you're a smart dude, bro. You playing the variable side, the percentages. You ain't gonna just say, because Cam has a...
We talking about my chicken right now, bro.
Because Cam has a favorable matchup, you know what I mean, or whatever. But it's all good.
Well, that's just one.
All right. Thank you to our good friends at PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app.
This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. Preseason football is underway and college football is almost here. So don't miss any of the action this season on PrizePicks.
Y'all already know I'm hyped for my Penn State and Indy Lions in college ball.
Damn, Mike, how many times you gonna bring up college? We get it. You went to Penn State. Y'all already know I'm gonna be looking out for Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley this season. They gonna do work.
All right, if we're talking preseason football too and not just college ball, you already know I'm following along with my guy, Josh Allen. The MVP, Bills Mafia, stand all the way up, all the way.
You don't even need to wait for the regular season to start playing. You can get started right now with preseason football to hone your skills.
Aside from preseason, be sure to follow along with our picks on community plays. Just download the PrizePicks app and head to the promos tab. We'll be making picks every Monday during the regular season. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money.
PrizePicks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real monies on PrizePicks.
All you have to do is download the PrizePicks app today and use code GETGOT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code GETGOT to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup.
PrizePicks, run your game.
We're taking a quick game break to hit the Got Game segment, sponsored by Tommy John, where you will find underwear with game. Beast Mode, you know who was someone that really had game or got game back in the day? Matt Forte can do it all, bro. 6'2" running back, 218 pounds out of Tulane, played for Chicago, the Jets, and his career was from 2008 to 2017. we actually was in a Pro Bowl together, me, you, and him. When y'all tried to like not take no reps and all of that. It made me play the whole fourth quarter.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know you don't. But anyway, Matt Forte, man, show him some love. One of the premier two-way backs or backs that affected the game in the passing game and in the running game.
Dog was solid as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And he was smooth.
Smooth. I will say this.
I think he had an aerodynamic head. That's why he moved like that.
Man. You stupid, bro.
Hell no. Every time you look up on the thing, you see he done did something.
Yeah, bro. And he was he had second level speed. You had second level speed like that. Like, yeah, Matt Forte did his thing. He carried the Bears for years.
Yes, he did.
He carried the Bears for years.
Yes, he did. He was one that you for sure had to look out for.
Over 2,000 attempts, 2,356 attempts, 9,796 rushing yards on his career, 54 rushing touchdowns, and he averaged over 4 yards an attempt for his entire career.
What is receiving? You got his receiving on there too?
We'll put it like this, right? Oh, yeah, I do. He got a 4,672 receiving yards, 21 receiving touchdowns, almost 9 yards per reception.
How many?
21.
21 tugs? Yeah,
as a
dog
running
was
back,
active.
Bro. As a running back,
dog was active.
Almost 600 receptions, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, Matt Forte.
He was a monster in that backfield.
Was a baller,
sure.
2-time Pro Bowler, all rookie team, only player in NFL history with 1,400 plus yards from scrimmage in his first 8 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Dog. Let's get it. Football season is just getting started, and you know what else is?
Tommy John is back, baby. And y'all already know Tommy John is underwear with game.
That's right. They are lightweight, comfortable, perfect for travel during football season, as I'm always on the go. I love Tommy John underwear because it fits great, feels great, and looks great on.
Hey, Meek Rob, the only motherfucker looking at you in your underwear.
Stop.
Tommy John is lightweight and comfortable. Just feel him.
Nah, bro, these draws is legit, though. I ain't gonna even lie, bro.
If the summer heat is going beast mode on your balls, get a breathable base layer of Tommy John and stop the sweaty balls.
And Tommy John's breathable underwear stops sweat and is the best defense against a nasty sack.
We ain't getting sacked around here, my boy.
Your first purchase is covered by Tommy John's best pair guarantee. If you don't like your first pair, you'll get a refund. No questions asked.
Double down on your comfort with Tommy John and get 25% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/getgot. With promo code GetGot. Save 25% at TommyJohn.com/getgot.
It's the Get Got podcast brought to you by PrizePicks. Beast Mode. We got a special guest, dog.
Do you
special
say that?
guest.
Do you say that
No.
for everybody?
No, I don't say that for everybody. I say this is...
Was you just out there listening?
I didn't say
I'm
special
going to check the
guest.
receipts. I'm going to go back to all
Okay, I do say special guest sometimes,
Damn,
not every
you just
time.
said that about the last mother.
Man, don't do this.
How I know
All right.
who's special and who not? if you
Baltimore
always saying it?
Ravens defensive coordinator in
Why is you
2021.
talking about Baltimore in here? You don't see this big
University
ass
of
Seahawks?
Michigan defensive coordinator in 2021. Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator 2022-2023. Led the Baltimore Ravens to the #1 defense in the whole damn football league. I didn't say it.
NFL.
In the whole
What's
damn
wrong with saying
NFL. Head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, Mike Macdonald. What's going on? Welcome to the pod.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah,
Honored to be here, man. Pretty
See,
cool.
I tried to give you the real intro, but I was rudely interrupted over and over.
I mean,
and over, you know,
rightfully so.
Yeah,
I mean,
rightfully so.
I mean, it's those
about-
are old times. You know,
You're
we
talking
love
about
we love
Ravens
Baltimore,
and
but
Michigan.
that's
I
all
have
this
to
shit.
show
New
it's-
life,
it's
man.
your resume. You know, it's how you got here, man.
Hey, man,
So,
stop living in the past.
shut up, Beast Mode, Coach. Year 2. What's different, man?
man. Everything. Actually, Pete asked me that on the field. If he doesn't mind me
Why
sharing
you
that.
just wouldn't say like what's up to him? Like, damn,
Man, can we just listen
Let
to
him-
Coach? Can we
It's-
just
let the nigga
I mean,
breathe.
in
Damn.
fairness, I haven't gotten that question at all this season, so it's good. It's good to go.
It hasn't started. Yeah, it ain't even started. Here you go.
But yeah, it's going great. But it's like 180 degrees different. I mean, just it's slowed down. Way more confidence in what we're doing. Learned a lot in the off season. The team's just like, I mean, it was an awesome team last year, but this team is just
just so much fun to go to work every day. You know, and the guys are they're just going. They don't ask questions. They're just great attitude, love each other, get after it. So it's been a lot of fun.
People talk culture. What's that to you? What does that mean to you? How do you build? What is it?
Yeah, it's just it's a fancy word. I mean, we don't say cult. Like, what is it exactly? I don't know. I mean, and then you start using a bunch of buzzwords and stuff, and then now you sound like an idiot. It's just how you do everything. It's just how you operate. You know, just how we roll. What's important to us. John Harbaugh used to say, speaking of former, he said shared understanding of principles. So I thought that was a pretty cool definition.
Shared understanding of principles.
You like that?
Yeah, I think we just I think what's helped this year is just tightening it down. Like coming into focus about just who we want to be, how we want to operate, what's important to us, making it resonate with the guys more, having a more effective message. And hopefully, I think they're buying in. You know, it feels like it. It feels like we got great energy and took a couple cost of doing business penalties the other day from takeaways. But to see everybody celebrate each other is just is what it's all about, especially this time of year.
Yeah, I tried. I was on the broadcast. Beast Mode came up there and we talked on the broadcast a little bit, man. And to see the turnovers happen and nothing but guys without pads running on the field. Like
that's right.
I know the penalty. I know you don't like the penalty, but to see your message, that's your message coming to life right there, man. Like how gratifying was that to just see it?
Well, the first part was that we didn't celebrate once we got the pick. You know, CPs are, we go plus mode. We're trying to go score. So like initially we were like upset that we didn't score. That's the first reaction. You know, CP's mad on the headset. He's like cussing guys out because we didn't get it right. We didn't get to put the ball in the end zone. But once and then you realize think of the guys that got picks. Nehemiah. I mean, he's grown so much in a year. Josh Jobe, he's got an awesome journey from when he showed up last year to now, like the offseason work he's put into making a play on the ball. So that was really cool. Two great plays, and then to see everybody come to life on the sideline was awesome.
So I got here. We both got here in 2010, actually, me and Beast Mode. And I remember the day he got here, right? I remember the excitement in the building. I remember the people not really knowing what was going to happen when he walked in the building, right? You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't know the person until you meet the person. Could you talk about, and then he had a tremendous effect on the locker room and on the team and on this city. What guys have you brought in this year for this team that you think have that type of effect on your team and your organization?
Well, the first guy we've had a chance to bring in was Cooper. Yeah. And that was part of the messaging to him that this opportunity, not only was it home for him, but it was, you know, if you go back through like his career arc, you know, kind of being on the ground floor, but as a younger player in LA, and then, you know, kind of, you know, we've all seen the things he's done and what they've done as a team. But now at this point of your career coming in here, hey, look, we're in the second year of this thing that we're trying to create. And then you're like, hey, go lead the charge, man. Like, and it's the same thing I think is with you, Beast Mode. Like, we want him just to be him. Just come in, be Cooper, let that rub off on everybody else, especially in the receiver room, rest of the offense. Like we talk about being loose and focused. I mean, the attention to detail, but like such a great guy to hang around with, a great personality, great sense of humor, but about his business too. And I think you're kind of seeing that personality, you know, flow through the rest of the offense, which is really cool, and the rest of the team. What were you thinking when you got here initially?
When I got here,
yeah, everyone talks about what we were thinking. I want to know what was going through your mind. Other than being mad at John in the locker room,
bro.
Well, I guess I was cheating a little bit because I had two brothers over here already. Well, three. I had Quinton Ganther, Justin Forsett, and Brandon Mebane. Who, I mean, you know, Quinton, we from the same hometown, and then Justin and
college together, right?
Yeah, we played college together. So I kind of already had I had family here, so it wasn't hard for me to, you know, adjust. And then there was guys that was here who, I mean, because Pete damn near had half of USC here.
Yeah.
So, and then, I mean, you know, guys like this, like Mike Robb, who I watched play quarterback. So I was a little confused at why he was fullback.
He's your fullback now.
You play quarterback?
Yeah.
How you gonna be my fullback now? How am I supposed to run behind him?
Like, hey, bro,
soft as hell. He said all of that.
I did say he was soft as hell, but it was more so just like because I had I was kind of written off at that point in time, and then as I look around, the locker room, it's like, this guy is a late round draft pick. This guy undrafted, and it was like real dudes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Hollywood. And you could sit down and have conversations with individuals that, you could really connect with. And it was, sort of the mindset and the thing that was going around. Like, everybody had a story, and it wasn't, oh, I'm the guy, and more so like, yeah, what's your story? Well, I was over here in Canada, or, I was over here playing with them. They didn't want me no more. And everybody had like this.
A reject store. Everybody felt like reject.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
and I think, we built off of, our trials and tribulations, which, was an opportunity for us to really like hone in and really look at each other more than just like a teammate or a coworker. It was like, nah, you got shit going on like I got shit going on. Like, oh, you a brother. And I think that just grew. And a lot of people will see it, considering we did go the whole way and, get a Super Bowl ring and hella shit. But something that I think was bigger than all that, like, from the day that I got here, like, the brothers that I gained to this day, like, have conversations with these individuals. Like, hey, man, how your son doing? Or, like with this dude, like, what's up with B5? Or we talked to Doug yesterday, like, hey, how Pawpaw babies? And, like, our relationship was so genuine. It made, anything that we was doing on the field, made it real easy. And I think that was the biggest thing, like, I noticed.
It was already going on. You're joining it?
It was going on, and then it was like when I came, it just like amplified everything that was already here, and
he gave us an identity, Coach. He ain't gonna say that because he don't know it really, but he gave us an identity. Like, we didn't know what we were offensively. We had an aging quarterback. I think that first year, Pete and them had almost 200. John and them had 200 transactions.
272.
I'm talking about just in training camp, bro. Yeah, it was like
possible.
It was a lot.
Crazy. Yeah,
and like we used to sit there and be like, damn, I wonder whose locker is gonna go up there next. Like, it was a lot of transactions.
Wow.
And so when he walked in, we felt like, oh, well, now we have an identity. We can run the football at least. At least they got to worry about tackling our running back, man. So, but this is what I really wanted to ask you, because you're one of the younger coaches in the NFL.
I know. I think you older than.
You is too. Don't be sitting there acting like you ain't 40.
No, I think you got me.
You 40. But
no, I'm not.
Good. You 40.
I'm close.
No, I'm not 40 yet.
I'm not gonna say your age, Coach, but you're close. You think that? I don't know. You think that helps you connect with the guys a little bit?
It's funny. People ask me that, but I don't have another frame of reference. This is like my world that I've been living in.
All the time. Yeah.
Like, I was in the DB room when Eric Weddle was older than I was. I'm not about to tell Eric Weddle what to do. I mean, he's telling me more about football than probably anybody. So you have to have that, like, hey, I'm working with this guy mentality. I think even as a head coach, it's the same. Even with like older coaches, it just felt like that's the right approach. Like, let's work with each other. As long as we're coming at it at the right angle with respect for one another, and let's go attack it together rather than this whole, who's ahead of who hierarchy thing. Just gets funky.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk to you about that, man, because I know that can get weird. You know what I mean? Corporate structures, so to speak. You know what I mean? But we football
That's our favorite
guys.
stuff.
But it's like, I'm a young guy, and I got to tell a guy that's 20 years older than me, and he got to listen to me.
Yeah.
How do you handle those interactions, man? You know what I mean?
I mean, there's some conversations that aren't easy, for sure. We talk about like going through and on around. Like, I think about that all the time. If there's a conversation I have to have in the building, it's like, all right, like don't cop out now. Yeah. Like, you got to back up what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I got to walk the walk with what I'm talking as well. So challenging, but at the end of the day, you're saying, hey, look, like I have a responsibility to these guys in the locker room, you know, to our team, to our organization. But really, it's really the guys that we said we want to be a certain way. You know, it's like in our team meeting, you know, we had some plays that like weren't up to par, weren't up to the standard. And it's not just me saying, hey, this ain't going to cut it. It's like, look, your teammates see these things. Yeah. They expect it out of you. Like you're cutting your teammates short when you're not holding up your end of the bargain, and just makes it easier, you know, because everybody's in the same page. We all see it. And but it's my job at the end of the day to make sure all those things come to light.
Yeah. Beast Mode, I don't know if you knew about this, man. Hope you don't mind me saying it, Coach, but he got a new addition to the family.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say congratulations from the Get Got podcast. New addition.
Thank you.
To the family.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Blessed, man.
Yeah, very blessed, man. We were talking in the hallway, and I told you, like, you know, when you first saw your child, like, what was that first feeling? Because I didn't know that I possessed that love. I just didn't know that it was inside of me. You know, and I just wanted to give you some time to just, you know, talk about that a little.
I mean, honestly, the first time I saw him, I was amazed at like, holy crap, Steph, you made him. Like that came from you. Holy, like you were cooking this thing like for the last however long, you know. Yeah. So that was wild. That the whole birth experience is insane. So like I've talked about it last year, but just like respect for the moms and you know, crazy. Like holy crap. Now you're feeding them. Now you're creating the food to feed them. Like how does this? You know, like how does that work? You know, and it's like it's magical. It's just, the doctor's like anything, you know, breast milk works. You're like,
that's it.
It's amazing. Yeah. So that this blows your mind, man.
But he's right though. Beast Mode, you don't know about this yet. You know what I'm saying?
But
you will though.
When you know, Jack had something this week that we were working through. Like, so we were in the hospital with him, and you know, and you see like when it's out of your control, that's when it hit me. Of like, holy crap, like you're like survival, like protective instincts. And I'm like bowing up like there in the room. There's nothing I can do. And you know, you're trying to help the whole process. But yeah, that was wild. I don't think, I've never felt that way before. I was ready to go.
Ready to do something. Yeah. You like, cause this little body, I'm ready to go there for that little body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
This segment is sponsored by NBA 2K. Shout out to one of my favorites. You know I with the gaming.
So Beast Mode, who are your NBA legends?
My NBA legends, who I think will serve, I'll probably go AI, Penny.
That's a good one.
Jordan. Then I'll switch a little. I'll go Shaq and Bill Russell.
That's your starting five?
Yep. You got some heat for him?
Nope. I think that's a good starting five, bro.
I'll go
line them up. You would play them all at the same time like that?
Hell yeah. And I play their ass for 4 quarters. Straight. God damn. No timeouts, no rest, no rest.
I just fired Shaq the whole time.
Hey, Mike, check it out, blood. NBA 2K26. It's going to be lit.
Oh, I know you love your NBA 2K, Beast Mode. Tell me about it.
You got new motion engines, smoother catch and shoot, and that rhythm shooting is on point now. My team even got the dub now. I'm out here running with Angel Reese, MJ, and Joker. It ain't nothing fair.
That sounds legendary. You're gonna go full Beast Mode in 2K. I can't believe for the first time you'll be able to mix current and legendary play from the W and NBA in my team.
They flipped my career too. Brand new story and the city. Way tighter, you get to hoop faster, no run around. I took my player out there and gave the whole squad hell. Straight up beast mode in the park. Pre-order NBA 2K26 now. Early access starts next week. Ball over everything.
It's often overwhelming when you have too many options to choose from. Whether it's trying to figure out which one of your movies to watch that you're in money or trying to pick out what to order from a restaurant with a lot of options. Well, the same applies if you're a business owner who's hiring. It can be overwhelming to have too many candidates to sort through, but you're in luck. ZipRecruiter now gives you the power to proactively find and connect with the best ones quickly. How? Through their innovative resume database.
Right now, you can try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/getgot.
See a candidate you're really interested in? You can unlock their contact info instantly.
320K new resumes are added monthly, which means you can reach more potential hires and fill roles faster than I can run to the end zone.
Hey, money. I ain't gonna just say you that was that fast, but you was all right. But yeah, that's saying something.
Skip the candidate overload. Instead, streamline your hiring with ZipRecruiter.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/getgot right now to try it for free.
Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/getgot.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Money. I got something for you. You know I want to get you some money.
What you talking about, bro?
Jaxon AI. It's like ChatGPT, but for sports. Jaxon AI allows you to tap into over 10 years of historical data for smart decisions when sports betting.
Bro, that's tight. You know we get that presenting sponsor over here, so we need this.
Get instant prop suggestions and fantasy help specifics to your needs.
I'll pick myself in fantasy all day.
Well, no one can pick you anymore, money. You aren't playing, but you can shop for the best lines across all books, and you can uncover player performance trends.
Who do you think is about to get hot this season?
I have said it multiple times, and I will say it again. You know, dog, I am all in on my guy, Josh Allen. Joshy Poo, the MVP for Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia stand all the way up. And Jackson can tell us who has hit the over in 8 of their last 10 games, for example. Bills Mafia stand all the way up. Jaxon AI can break down matchups using advanced analytics. Analytics actually is something I actually use when I'm on TV talking a little football, man. It gives me great little background to talk about. Jackson's favorite picks are returning over 10% profit. That means if you bet $100 on every one of their expert AI picks in just the last month, you'd be up almost $3K. Everyone gets a free 1-week trial. Subscriptions start at just $10, but use code GETGOT for 25% off. Head to www.pinesports.com/subscribe to try Jaxon for free.
Try Jaxon free for 1 week. Subscription start at $10. Use code GETGOT 25% off. www.pinesports.com/subscribe.
I wanted to get in something that both of you guys were in. When he walked up on you on the sideline, bro, how?
Well, it's funny. Like, I think, like Marshawn, I think you're a guy like you do stuff, and then you're like, "Oh, what's going? Why is that?" Like Jim Harbaugh's like this. You do it, and then you look back, and you're like, "Oh, that was actually kind of brilliant." Like, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. It took me a while to figure out why you're doing it. So in the moment, I'm like, "What the heck?" But I'm looking back. I've thought about it a lot, frankly. You know, and I needed it. I mean, there was a lot of crap going on in that game. I probably looked stressed as hell on the sideline.
So Marcus, Josh, they all, you know what I mean, gave me like,
great guys.
Yeah, this he the truth.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean, they got a lot of respect for him.
Okay.
You know what I mean, so at that time, you know, it just probably been in passing, you know, came up, had conversations with him, just, you know, gave me a green light, like, you know, I wouldn't mind, you know, you coming around the building. And, you know, being at that game, I'm not even really like paying attention to even realize what was going on until I was just like, you know, I'm talking to him like, hey, you know, work is gonna be all right. Like, you know, I mean, this easy work. You feel me? You got this type. Then when I realized and I looked like the numbers, like, what the? Oh, I'm on the field. I look around. Boy, I run off the sideline. Oh, like I'm like, damn, I'm thinking we was closer to the sideline. I didn't know we was actually on the field. So, you know, I hear like, bro, my bad. Like, I did not mean it, because then I got told when I got over, like, hey, get your ass.
That's no harm, no foul. I needed it. I needed it.
Like, get your ass up out
So
of here.
you was in it. You was in it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I think we're right like the beginning of a series. I think that's when it was. So I'm like staring at their sideline, trying to figure out who's going to be in the game and how we're going to start the drive. So my mind was moving. So it was good. I needed to slow down.
It's all right.
But hey,
man.
Marcus and Josh, I think like two savants of the game. Just like
Really?
they're the
I
smart.
know that's something important, but yeah, you sound like Mike throwing them words around like that.
Because he's an educated guy. What's wrong with
That's
what's wrong
all.
with him saying
I
that?
didn't say it was nothing
No.
wrong with it. Damn, how you get offended? It wasn't even about you.
It's only two syllables. So
Yeah.
like Josh used to give me like scouting reports on the other offense and the quarterbacks.
Yeah, that sound about right.
And he just do it on his own. Like it was really cool. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
We all know Marcus's IQ is ridiculous.
Off the chain, bro.
Yeah.
Off the chain.
Both of them. You should hear them two talk when it's just us. I'll tell them like, man, shut the. I'll walk away. When I start talking, I'll just walk away. Like I don't even try and deal with it. But they got a big respect for you. So you know what I mean? Because I had never met you until I come here. But because of the love and the respect that they have for you, I felt like, if my family with you like this, then
So
you family too now. So regardless of whether you knew it or not, you was already family. With me, it was just a cousin that you ain't met yet. You ain't met all the other ones, so.
Finance, coach.
couldn't tell you a thing about it.
Yeah, right. How you finance? You go from finance to football.
Well, I think I kind of the finance thing was just like by default. Had to go to college. What else are you going to study? Like I'm not studying history or English. Not about that life, So the cool thing about I just felt like it was you're solving problems and there were like answers. It's not some like something up in the air like theory crap. So that's kind of more up my alley. But in college, I was like, I don't really like doing that. I mean, I can't do this as a career, So when I started coaching high school ball, that was just like, don't chicken out on this whole thing. Like, don't take the easy way out.
Really?
Like, you want to be a coach. Just there's a lot of people that affected that and helped me along the way making the decision. But it just became really clear, like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to go this whole other route. So for a lot of people, it wasn't for me. So I'm glad I made that decision.
So it seemed like you like to put yourself in positions and test yourself. It sounds like you like to get right there to the edge and like.
I might as well jump. Can I jump?
Yeah,
you think I can fly?
You think I could?
Let me just go ahead and
Well, it
jump.
sounds like it's an internal thing, like like with yourself, like
Yeah, there's a lot of
like
you won't do it, you won't do it, you won't do it, and then finally like I gotta do it.
go do it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, how do you can't live with yourself, if you how could you live with yourself if you don't go for it?
Where do you develop that resiliency from, that drive, man? Like, where's that come from?
It's funny. I've never thought of myself of having that. It's not like I'm thinking that's what this is the first time someone's really told me that.
I mean, that's what I'm picking up.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Talking about
That's cool.
having the hard conversations. Like, well, we here now.
we here now. I gotta go
Like,
ahead and
shit,
talk
make
to
it-
him.
you
I
better
gotta
not
tell
do
him.
it.
Making
Yeah.
a decision. Like, I know I go to school for finance, but I want to go. I really want to be a coach. And then not only do you say like I want to go be a coach, but then you got the number one defense in the league. Like, not only did you do it, but you went and did it, and then is excelling all the way to the point where you get an opportunity to go and become a head coach in this. Like
Crazy.
And then at the age, like, I look at it and I'm saying like, damn, what the was I doing with my life to where, you could be this young and then have the whole organization and you not a
Well,
player.
you're winning Super Bowls, All Pro.
Yeah, see,
he's
that's
in every
different.
commercial
But,
on TV.
but I mean,
I can rattle them off.
but for me,
Oh, that's different. It ain't different. No, it ain't different, bro.
it is like we don't have like who our age right now that could say got that type of shit going on.
You.
I'm not the head coach of no damn team.
No,
Michael.
you're not the head coach.
Damn, Michael.
You just run a whole brand.
Yeah, you take care of a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. You just that dude.
I mean, it ain't like it's no pressure or nothing, but one thing that I do know, the Seahawks though, right? Them motherfuckers is like they deep. They deep, like the whole state of Washington. Like,
Hell yeah.
this is deep. So when you talking about taking care of people, like they show up. I mean, you can see just first preseason game and damn near sold out.
That was awesome.
Like these show up like a like
I wanted to ask you something about that too, because he's right. They showed up, and I don't know when this episode gonna come out, but we just finished the first preseason game, and the team like played differently than I've seen in previous preseasons, because I'm always here for the preseason, and it jumped off the tape. At least to me, your style, it just jumps off the tape. It's different than what I've seen last year. Your third round quarterback, Jalen. I thought he had a good first outing, man. Could you just talk about defending a guy like that? I know you was in Baltimore with Lamar.
I'm begging him. I'm like, dude, do you realize how much of a pain in the ass you are? Like, it's just like he's got great arm talent, really, really smart, great worker. But
thank you
he
for
has
that.
the legs.
Thank you for that.
But he has the trump card.
Yeah.
So hey man, like use it.
Yeah.
Like you can have it. You can have it all. You can do everything. Mm-hmm. So everything is better than some of the things. So do that.
That's true.
And he understands it. He understands it, and he's so committed to being a great quarterback, which he's going to be. Mm-hmm. And so I'd much rather work with a guy with that attitude than just say like, hey, screw it, just give me the ball. I'm just going to run around. Like we don't want to operate like that. So, but he's going to get there, and it was a great first outing, and but the cool thing about Jalen, he's the first guy to tell you like, hey, this is where I want to grow. Yep. This is where I'm trying to go, and he'll be working on it. So cool.
That's crazy, because I had a conversation with him out there. I don't know. I mean, anything could be anything, but it was a play I seen where the center snapped the ball over his head, and I just remember we had Josh Portis and BJ Daniels, and you said something which is why I told you thank you, because a lot of guys with his capability, one of the things that they don't say about those quarterbacks is that they smart. So hearing you say that, that's like, okay, I could see that, I see the difference, and just for you observing that, that's a plus. But I watched those two guys have similar plays where, the snap is, messed up or whatever. And he had one go over his head. So I went and go talk to him. Hey, we can't have those kind of plays. Like, I know. I'm like, do you understand why I said that to you? He said, because that's a missed opportunity. I said, yeah, it's a missed opportunity for you to show them your talent to where you can go ahead and compete for that, number one. He like, oh. Yeah, you took it a step further, but I knew that I wasn't able to get that rep. Now that's a rep that I don't have to see the defense, to get the reactions, to see, the play set up. And I'm like, damn. And they called his ass back in there, so I had to keep the conversation short. But I mean, like with you being in the position that you're in, do you? And because, you're closer in age with them, Mike was talking about it a little bit, being able to connect. But what I've seen and what I've, witnessed is like, because we come from the same era, being able to talk to guys a particular way. Like, I know I could go and tell Mike, like, hey, Mike, that you did last play, like, that's not going to cut it. And, having to understand, like, okay, these are different individuals now. Have you found a way to be able to communicate to the younger guy to get that same message across where it don't sound watered down or like you're trying to massage it for them to understand, but still being head coach, but also being able to get the message through to them?
That's the secret sauce, man.
Well, then don't give it up. You know what I'm saying? I think that one don't give up the sauce.
But if you get it right, I mean, it's so powerful, because now you're getting the guys to, it's like, how do we all go this way in the same direction? And also, you can't just, it's not just like some smooth road, you gotta work through all the things, and it takes a ton of conversations. My experience is like, hey, let's kind of get a shared idea where we're trying to go, what we're trying to create, both as like a player. Like Jalen's a great example. Like, what's our vision for Jalen? And then have him bought in on it, which is different than like Julian Love, which is different than, like a 5th round rookie. So everybody's kind of different. But I think if you get on the same page of where you're trying to go, now it's like, hey, we're doing this together. And when what I tell the guys, like, hey, if the intent's right, if like the inputs are right, hey, like, let's rock. Like, hey, let's go, let it rip. It's gonna happen. We'll fix it. We'll coach it up and move forward. But like, if we're not putting in the mentals, if we're not putting in the inputs, if you're not bought in on the process to do it, well, now you're jacked up.
Right.
And so now that's when like the hard love comes out, but there's only one of those for several of the come on, let's go, and it just depends on the guys. Like Spoon, I can give Spoon crap, and we scrimmage back and forth all the time, and it's awesome. We love each other, and I love him. I know that. Like, so there's examples of that. It's different for each guy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But same thing with the coaches. Like, hey, go coach your ass off, man. Go rip it out there. Coach it the way that you want it to look. Make it come to life. But if we're not organized or we're not prepping the guys the right way, or we're taking easy way outs on, how we want guys to learn, or maybe a guy needs extra time, we're not putting it in. Well, now we're jacked up. Now we're not holding our end of the bargain.
Right.
And so that's when those conversations come up. But to me, it's like it's easier now because we kind of broke the trust, and now we just have to repair it and kind of move forward. So
absolutely.
So I talked to somebody out here that was telling me a little earlier today that we do things a little different here. Like a lot of guys don't, from offensive side, don't know defensive guys. And not just the players, but the coaches as well. They say they do a walk and talk.
Yeah.
What the is that all? Because I would have been like, bro, why you want me to talk to these people? Like, if they want to talk to me, like, I'm right here. Just say what's up,
it's
bro.
It's new,
It's different.
It's different.
No,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
But what is
I wanted, like, it's talking about how we roll now, like to kind of, when we talk about our culture install and the message and all that. I mean, it's cool for me to stand in front of the team and give them the whole shebang, and lay it out for them, which is important. I think that, they need to hear it, from me, and I need to be really clear on what we're trying to create and keep it exciting and try not to be boring, keep it fresh and all that. But if I'm just doing that every day, they need to be a part of the whole process. Like, at the end of the day, it's their team, it's their culture, and working like Mike Gervais has been awesome. Hauschka, those guys like this. It's kind of like our Mike Gervais.
Shrink dude?
Yeah.
Shrink dude.
You got Shrink dude?
Hauschka now.
House money?
Yeah, house work with him now.
You got house money up here?
Yeah, they're working with us.
Shut the f up.
Yeah.
No.
How you get Hauschka to work for you that much?
Was always on
he
that.
got the biggest goddamn anxiety problem I ever seen in my life.
Well, he's fixing it.
That's my dog. No, I fuck with House money. I used to get House used to get in his head, and I would take my music and my hat, and I would put that on his head and have him do like this to calm his ass down.
Yeah, teaching the mental skills. And breathing
yeah.
is one of them.
Hell yeah, I used to go get my
mental
dog.
imagery.
House did some crazy ass. I don't know if he ever told. This ain't gonna up his job, is it?
No,
it's gonna help him.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we won the Super Bowl, right? I didn't ride on this plane, but
don't say it.
They did.
Don't say it.
And
I got the video. Don't say it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
let it go.
But yeah, so about Dr. Gervais shrink dude, like he tried to do that shrink to me, and then I reversed it on his ass, and I shrunk his ass, and that was some crazy.
Shut up, bro.
I'm serious. Because
I shrunk his ass.
I shrunk him. He tried to run that shrink game on me, like, oh, hey, how are you doing? You know that crazy. Like, I'm not crazy. Yeah, he did. I took his ass. I gave his ass a couple shots of Patrinacy, and the next thing I know, he's sitting there singing like a canary. Like, oh, is that right? Oh, you do? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I worked with a guy, and he jumped out of space and back into the world and all this kind of.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. Show ass up, man. I ain't trying to hear all that. But that's my dog, though. They won for sure. But because I wasn't gonna let him shrink me though. He tried to do that shrink.
He did kind of a little bit.
Yeah. Nah,
he's in your head.
I got him.
All these years later.
Nah, because that's my dog. I just be chopping it up with him. And
Coach, a couple more for me, man. Crazy, bro.
I get crazy.
The Harbaugh brothers, man.
Yeah.
How influential? Obviously, you've been an assistant for both of them. How impactful have they been on your coaching career?
I mean, you can't. It's impossible to understate it.
Yeah.
It's like it's funny that they're talk about like principles, like old school principles, new school methods. They're about the same stuff. Like tough as nails, competitive as crap. Team first, like they love their players. Like that's probably the number one thing that sticks out. Is like they have their players' backs at all times, and I think the players feel that, and that's what makes their team so tight. The players play so hard for them, but they go about it different ways now. I mean, Jim, he's a 3-dimensional. Hey, we're not going to go right here. We're going to take a detour and we're going to end up further, but it's going to look a little different. And then John is a little bit more like all the time, which is a little bit more my personality. But man, I love working for those guys because.
So Josh got to play for both of them.
Oh yeah, shoot, he knows them probably better than anybody.
Yeah, he got him had him at USD, and I remember to hear you say that, it just made me think. We was getting ready to go to college, and Josh like he don't know where he was gonna go. And Harbaugh flew to Oakland. He pulled up in West Oakland, in the hood. You feel me though? Pulled up in the West Banker, and I'm like, man, who the f- is this white boy in a U-Haul truck? And was like, yeah,
He packing him up.
I'm here to get Josh. And we looking at this like,
awesome,
man,
bro.
what you doing, bro? Like, who is
take him to
you?
school.
He like, man, we going to USD. You gonna be my quarterback? And I'm like, all right. He was on 3-6. On 3-6 and MLK. And
He packed him up and they went.
we
right
all going up and down. We got assembly line putting the in there.
Incredible.
You feel what I'm saying?
But I'm not surprised. It's par for the course.
So I'm like, oh, I really like this dude. So then, him and Pete have their times against each other in college. And then, we get here and then this come to San Francisco. All right, now, he more like Pete. We have a goddamn what? That's how he feel about him. Man, sit your ass over there and get this corporate jar. So we go to an event. Me and Josh, we go to an event that they have in San Francisco and raise some money. And Harbaugh, they was honoring him for something, and they go up, they call him up, he giving a speech like, yeah, blase, woo, woo. And you know what? We're gonna win the Super Bowl. And I'm like, Dad, Seahawks. Mind you, he on the stage. Who the said that? What the? Dad, the Niners. That's why I'm telling him. And he like, you, Dad. He come down off the stage, right? And the motherfucker beeline straight to me.
For real?
I think his mother was really finna try to fight me. You feel me? Wife's like, no, what are you doing? My cousin Josh like, man, watch out, Harbaugh. Like, I'm like, yeah. So he like, we walking out, I'm like, I'll kick your ass. I'm like, man, I'm finna beat you up, dude. I'm gonna beat you up. And I'm gonna run over all I'm talking big shit to him. And Josh like, that's who he is. Like, you would love to play for him.
Oh, yeah.
He really and I mean, ever since that day, like, I already had a love for him that he never even ever knew because of that he did for my cousin. But then, having that interaction with him at that event, it was like, oh, he crazy. And I love that shit. And I love that. But he was, he one of them ones. And now he got
he really is.
And now he got my boy Najee over there with him. And
I did a production meeting with him when I was with NBC, and we tried to ask him something about when Connor, all that Connor Stallion stuff.
Oh yeah.
He put his dad on the Zoom and let his dad talk for a whole hour about nothing. I said, oh, he is a professional at filibustering and just totally stopping what you want to be done. Like,
I mean, look, he
was awesome.
Like, he hired me out of. He could have hired anybody in the country,
Yeah.
and just like let me do it. Just had my back, and it was. I remember before Ohio State. Like, I'm sweating bullets, bro. We're playing Ohio State. They just put up like 8,000 points on Michigan State. think they scored like 7 series in a row in the first half, and I'm watching them. It's like bombs over Baghdad, like touchdown after touchdown. And I'm sitting like, what in the world are we going to do? And so he looks at me and he's like, hey, this is like a Monday. He's like, hey, you know, you don't need to stop him every series, right? And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, we'll be all right. Just, go rip it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then on we go. And like, lo and behold, like then that game happened. Our guys played out of their minds and, and we won the game. But it's just like, hey, you just knew he was in your corner at all times. Like he wasn't going to sell me out.
Leadership, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It was cool.
He saw it.
He got nuts.
He saw what you couldn't see.
I was probably just sweating right there in the middle of Glick. Yeah, it was crazy.
He got nuts for sure, man.
Yeah, he does.
I know I'm gonna get got.
It's the Get Got podcast, of course, and we did an interview years ago where he famously said, look, everybody get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got. And so we always ask our guests their get got moment. Has there been a time in football where you got? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there is.
Several.
But
Several.
That you care to share with us.
Man. Yeah, I'll share a couple. I mean, Michigan State that year at Michigan was like, that was on me. Like, sorry, Michigan fans, but like that was bad coaching.
You messed up you messed
just
up
bad design, bad game plan, overthought it, tried to be too smart. We got the best player in the country, and I got him in a bad spot, and don't let him do his thing. And we made adjustments, but it was too late. So that's going to sting for a long time.
Yeah, I could tell it hurt. I could hear it in your voice.
That's going to sting.
Yeah, he got deep on that.
Miami game, 2022, they scored like 7 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Bad deal. I shared that story with the team the other day. Like, they just didn't have the team prepared, And we this is a bad feeling that like, hey, it was like I didn't have our guys ready. Mm-hmm. We weren't ready to go and to close that thing out. And we're never doing that again. So I know I said that was the last one. This one is for real.
Is that something you always do? Like, if the blame should be on you, you're the first one to say, "Oh no, guys, this is."
It has to be. Yeah, it has to be. It's one of those things. Like, how could you live with yourself? How,
Mm-hmm.
when it was your job, and even if it isn't, like, let's say if somebody else is like, hey, there's times where you don't have to be pointing fingers and everything, because at the end of the day, we're doing it it's our team.
Yeah.
But especially when you definitely know it's you, like it's a crappy feeling, but you got to take it on the chin and move forward.
That's big.
Good beast.
Yeah, I'm solid, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys, man. Honored, man.
Man, thank you.
Heck yeah. This is awesome.
Man, I know I'm gonna get got. But I'm gonna get mine more than I get got, though.
2-4 for the one time. I'ma get got, but I bet I get mine. 2-4 to 2-6. And if I get got, then you know what I'ma get.